Welcome back to the channel, fam. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be running the Corral Hollow Trail once again, but this time we'll be running it in the newest vehicle of the channel, which is the Jeep JKU. So this is a Jeep JK Unlimited. The Unlimited, it means that it has 4 doors. So you can see it's extended wheelbase. It does run a 44 axle in the rear and a 35 in the front, and they're both unlocked. We have some rock sliders, just minor upgrades, and we also have a 3-inch lift kit on 33-inch tires. We have a winch up front and bumper with off-road lights in case it gets dark, and then we have a rear bumper with some recovery hooks, which isn't going to help us out any because we're running this trail by ourselves. So we were originally going to run the Slick Rock Trail, but it started raining, and that trail is a difficult trail. It's probably about an 8, I would imagine. In some sections it could be a 9 or a 10. So we're not going to run that in the rain, especially with only one vehicle. When I come up later, I think I'm going to try to get my sister and her YJ up here, and then when we have 2 rigs, we'll be able to take on the Slick Rock Trail. But for now, we're going to do the Corral Hollow Trail instead. So let's go ahead and get it. All right. So the first obstacle on this trail is this little section here where there's like a washout, and you get a little off camber. We shouldn't have any problem with this. All right, so you can see it's starting to really rain here, guys. But again, I don't think we'll have too much problems with this trail. I mean, hopefully not. But it is definitely raining now, big time. So we have a little section over here that we're going to climb up. It's kind of like a little coffin rock. It's about the size of a coffin. So no problem in the Jeep. I know we had problems there in the Audi and the Armada. We had to kind of navigate around it and think about it a little more, but this pretty much crawled right up it. So far nothing really challenging on the Corral Hollow. All right, we're coming up to our next obstacle. It's just a bunch of boulders that outcrop here. We'll try to take a more challenging line than we did in the Armada and in the Audi. I think we made it past this in the Audi too, surprisingly. Now that I look at it, it looks pretty rough. So we got another obstacle here. It's a pretty tough one. We'll see how we get through it. All right, so a couple tough obstacles, but not really in the Jeep. It hasn't been a problem, but definitely that's where I stopped in the last two vehicles I've taken up here. The Jeep definitely needs some upgrades though. I want to get lockers in it, get bigger tires. I need some 35s. Then I'll feel more confident on some of the extreme trails, but for now this is just right. just the right trail for right now, considering it's muddy and rainy off and on. This one, I'm still confident in making it in and making it out okay. All right, so we're gonna get right back to it. Just keep heading down this trail. At the top, we should have a view, and hopefully we make it to Bear Trap Cabin before it turns dark, and I'll show you guys the cabin. Got it. Thanks. Gotta watch it with these stumps here. They get real sharp. We don't want to puncture our tire there and there. All right, so there's another hill climb here. This one's a really rocky section. The rocks are small and loose. Doesn't look too bad, but just keep that in mind if you're running this thing from the Alpine County line back down towards Bear Trap Cabin. You're gonna go up a steep hill climb with loose rock. I'll show you here. Yeah, it's a very steep hill climb coming out of this to the top of the ridge. Pretty much goes not straight up, but significant enough. But it looks like we're getting pretty close to the top of the ridge up there. All right, so it looks like we're almost up to the top of the ridge now. We're gonna stop here for a little break, let the kids stretch their legs and such, and just take a look at the views. Well, all right, family, we made it to the top of the ridge. The Jeep made it up. We came up that side there. We'll continue out the trail along the ridge this direction. But you can see this beautiful view of Bear Valley. It's absolutely gorgeous, and the weather is perfect right now. It is getting towards sunset, so we'll be losing our sun here shortly, but look at that view. It's just gorgeous. So the Jeep is doing well, although it seems to be overheating a little bit. I got the scan tool hooked up to it now, and it's running about 205 to 210 in between there on the trail. So it should be okay to get us out of here and hopefully not blow a head gasket. But it's a little higher than I'd like to see it. I like it to stay around 195 to 200 typically. I'll have to look up the spec on the Jeep, but that should be about 200. 210 seems a little high to me. But it's doing well. I have to say we definitely need lockers rear and in the front. They do not grip when we get a tire in the air. It'll spin because they are open differential. Another thing I noticed is I'm getting a clicking out of the left front tire. Not sure what's going on there, so we'll have to look into that. It may be a half shaft that has a problem, so I'll have to take a look at what's going on. Sounds almost like the U-joint inside the half shaft. It needs to be replaced. So I'm going to guess it's probably a U-joint. But we're about to get going down the trail. Just wanted to show you this view. All right, so that's going to about end this video. We made it up to the top of Corral Hollow Trail. We're going to head down the other side, maybe stop at Bear Trap Cabin. But I want to take this time now to thank you guys for watching. And if you like what you saw today, as always, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We could really use your support. And go ahead and hit that notification bell too to be notified of my next episode, because I do drop bangers weekly. And until next time, stay good, family. Peace.